Hello everyone and welcome to the Rye Oracle. Today we are going to be channeling some messages for my beautiful Geminis. Geminis, it is your season. It is currently Gemini season. We are in the almost middle of June, so we're at the tail end of Gemini season. But I felt called to deliver a message specifically to you Geminis from Spirit. And it's actually a new moon in Gemini as well. So we got a lot of Gemini energy going on right now. This is y'all's day. This is y'all's week. This is y'all's month. And Spirit has a message to deliver to you. First, we're going to start with your Oracle message. The deck that I'm using is Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards, in case anyone wants to know. But the first card that came out from Spirit is Last Quarter Moon in Cancer, Take a Breather. So immediately what I'm getting from this card is, for Geminis, it feels like y'all are doing too much. Y'all are doing a lot. And I mean, it's not as if you're not able to handle multiple different things at one time. Geminis are known for multitasking, having multiple interests, talking to so many different people, having their hands in different things, being the jack or Jill of all trades. Y'all are known for being very multifaceted, having many different faces. But what I'm getting specifically from this card is y'all are doing a little bit too much, and it feels like you're stretching yourself a little bit too thin. Spirit is saying that there's a need for you to chill out. There's a need for you to chill out, relax, take a chill pill, a breather, pause. There is a need to pause right now. I'm getting for you, Gemini, that you may have a very busy mind, a very clouded mind, a very clogged up mind. You may be taking in a lot of information every single day. Maybe that's something you do within your job. You have to take in a lot of information or manage a lot of information, or maybe every single day you're just constantly consuming information. There is a moth outside of my window trying to get in because I think it's attracted to the light. So moths potentially could be significant for you, but there is a need for you, Gemini, to pause, take a second, take a breather, so that you can take stock of what has happened or do some reflecting on what has happened. I'm also getting that for some of you, maybe you have a lot of goals that you want to accomplish this year. And we're in the middle of 2026, and maybe some of these goals you haven't been able to accomplish yet, and maybe it's been weighing on you very heavily. Maybe not accomplishing these goals, not seeing these things manifest within your reality has weighed on you. Or you could also be feeling as if things are just taking a very long time, and so that has caused you to just do. For you, Gemini, there may be a need for you to take a period of rest so you can fully digest everything that you have experienced in this year so far. I'm getting the energy of there's so much more that you want to do for the rest of 2026, for the rest of this year, or even whenever you're seeing this video. There's so much more that you want to do moving forward, but so much has happened. And I'm getting that you haven't taken a moment to pause. You haven't taken a moment to reflect and to look at the things that have been working, the things that have not been working, to look at the people who are around you, who are helping you to move forward in your life, or helping you to work towards your goals, who are making it easier for your goals to manifest, or who in your life is making it harder for your goals to manifest. There's a need for you to pause and reflect so you can see that the work that you're actually doing right now, if it is propelling you or building the momentum to move in the direction that you want to go. I'm getting that your energy could potentially be so scattered, and now Spirit is telling you okay, you've been doing a lot, you've experienced a lot this year, you've talked to so many people, you have a lot of people in your circle or a lot of people around you. There's need for you to pull back and do some inner reflecting, pull back and just digest everything that has happened. And since it's June, it's the middle of the year, this is the perfect time to do it. Or whenever you're seeing this video right now, or specifically the month that you're seeing this video, even the week, I'm also getting It's a perfect time for you to pause, slow down this week, and just do some reflecting, do some journaling. Journaling will be very beneficial at this time. If you enjoy meditating, you can also meditate. Meditation will help you greatly during this time to clear some of that clutter or to help you digest the things that you have experienced so far within your year. But you guys, I'm getting overall for you, Gemini, that there's just been a lot that has gone on. And y'all need a break. Y'all need to chillax. Y'all need to relax. Maybe some of you need to go to a spa, or you need to go to bodies of water and submerge yourself in the water. Specifically for those who are seeing this video around this time, it's the summertime, so it's the perfect weather right now, depending on where you live, of course, to go to some bodies of water, go to the beach, go to a pool, go to a lake, go to a river, and get in it, get in the water, take in the water, you know, talk to the water, reflect with the water, do your reflections by bodies of water. And as you can see within this image, the girl, she is in what it looks like a body of water. She's in the ocean. She's spread out just in it, kind of like, I'm in this water. It's feels so good. It's so warm and the water is so crystal blue and I'm in this bitch. It's almost like she's like surrendering or releasing within the water. So maybe that's what you all need to do. You Geminis, maybe you need to surrender to some really deep rest. Surrender to slowing down, taking a slower pace. Surrender to taking a breath. So I actually want to read from the booklet about this card so we can get some more information. Okay, it says, sometimes situations start with much promise and then get fatigue or fizzle out. This is normal. If a situation is dragging on and everyone is becoming too sensitive, it might be time to take a breather. Is this still what you want? If a situation is slipping away from you, it could be due to self-doubt or because too many people are trying to get their own way. If you're struggling to find balance with a very important person in your life or within your professional or personal connections, it may be time to show your feelings. There will be a clash here caused by everyone wanting to be a leader. It also says you need to stop and revive. Emotional fatigue is dangerous as physical fatigue if it becomes long-term. See the beauty in life to refresh your heart. So for you, Gemini, you may also just be in a situation right now where there's a lot of different opinions being thrown around, a lot of emotions, a lot of irrelevant information being thrown around within a dynamic with another person or within a dynamic within a group. Maybe there are some decisions that need to be made within this group or with another person, but because there's emotions involved, difference of opinions, different of values, different of morals, it's just causing a lot of confusion. It's causing a lot of stagnancy because there's just a lot going on and there's no clear direction to go in, no clear direction to move forward in. But it's also talking about maybe you had some resolutions at the beginning of this year, and like I was saying, you've gone through this year, so much has happened, and now you're at the middle of the year, or you are at a particular time within a month where it's time for you to take a second, you know? Things are starting to not line up how you want them to line up. Things are not manifesting how you wanted them to manifest, and that could be because of all the things that have happened within that month, within that week, within this year. So much has happened, and there's just a need for you to just take a break from it all, take a pause, take a breather. But yeah, so that is your oracle message from spirit. Let's get into the details about why y'all need to be taking a break. Let's pull some tarot. La 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 do 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 do. I don't know why that song just came to my head, but it just came to my head, and now y'all have heard it come out my mouth. Anyways, the deck that I'm using to pull tarot is Monday Tarot, just in case you all are curious. All right. why does Gemini need to take a breather right now? Do they need to take a break from a person, or do they need to take a break from a situation? For some reason, I'm randomly getting like some of y'all need to go on vacation. Some of y'all need to go on vacation. And maybe, as you can see within this imagery, you see the woman, she's in the water, and maybe she went to Aruba or something, or just went to a country that has a beautiful ocean. Maybe some of y'all need to take a vacation to a body of water. Gemini, so the first card that jumped out is the Knight of Pentacles. So I'm going to channel directly from Spirit. So I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to let Spirit speak through me directly to y'all about why exactly this card is important for y'all to hear. There is a need for Gemini to slow down. Geminis are simply moving too fast. Their minds are racing faster than their bodies can keep up with. And this is creating situations in which they rush into a situation. It could be rushing into an opportunity, rushing into a job, rushing into a connection with someone before going over the details, before reading the fine print, before allowing their body to catch up to see if this opportunity or this connection with this person is something that aligns with them within their body. Geminis are too in their head at this time. And there's a need for them to be more in connection with their body. Okay, so y'all heard it directly from Spirit. Y'all need to slow down because there's some things in your life right now that it's going to require you to be more detail oriented. Go over the details. It's going to require you to sit on it a little bit more before you jump into it. I'm getting that for a lot of you, like something will come up, an opportunity, maybe a job, maybe someone who comes up, and in your mind, you're like, oh, this is a great idea. And then you're just like, okay, let's do it. But there's a need for you to actually let that idea settle within your body first before you decide that you're going to move forward with this person or with this opportunity or with this job or with this, whatever it is, whatever goal that you're working towards. There's a need for you to sit with it a bit more. You can have these ideas and you want to just knock them out, knock them out, knock them out. But what I'm getting from Spirit is you can, if you're able to sit with that idea a little bit more, you can spend less time going in circles and actually get the desired outcome that you want when you're sitting and listening to your body and seeing, do you have the energy for this? Are you prepared for this? Do you have the capacity for this thing? Do you have the capacity for this person? Or is the idea of this thing just more entertaining to you right now? Knight of Pentacles takes his time. Knight of Pentacles does not rush into situations, because if a Knight of Pentacles is going to invest itself fully into a situation, it's going to make sure that it is worth the investment. So that's what I'm getting for you, Gemini, is that when it comes to an opportunity, a job, a business idea, a person, you need to see if it is worth the investment before you move forward with it fully, with all of your energy, with all of your being. You need to make sure that this thing is worth the investment. This could be talking about someone specifically, because we also have the Three of Swords card, and the Three of Swords card talks about grief. It talks about the things that maybe have taken a lot of time to get over. You could have experienced something that caused you a lot of grief, caused you a lot of sadness, caused you to feel like you literally were stabbed in the heart. It could have been a situation that was very heartbreaking to you, and maybe it's taken some time for you to recover from this. But I'm also getting that it's important for you to protect your heart at this time, because from what you have experienced within your past, or even it could have been from this year, you could have experienced a lot of heartbreaking situations as a result of you rushing into it a little bit too fast, or rushing into something without recognizing if this is worth the investment, or if this is worth pouring into? Is this idea worth pouring into? Are you fully equipped for this? Do you have everything that you need? When we think of a business idea, when we think of becoming an entrepreneur and all those things, inherently we have everything that we need within us to bring that idea to life. But sometimes you need a little bit more. Maybe there's certain tools that you need. Maybe there's certain skills that you need to acquire. And by you acquiring those things, it makes it easier to build this business. When we're talking about love and relationships, maybe you've experienced a lot of heartbreak. Maybe you've experienced a lot of disappointment within relationships. Maybe you've been let down a lot of times. And so you could have gone through a period of just simply being over dating people or engaging with people or forming connections. You could have gone through a period of experiencing that, and now you are tired and you're over it, and now you're out there meeting people and you're like very intrigued by them and you enjoy the idea of what a relationship would look like with them. But I'm getting like, you need to slow down and protect yourself, protect your heart, because you've been through a lot already. And now is not the time to be rushing into any connections. Now is the time to slow down and see if this connection is actually worth it, if this person is worth your time, worth your energy, if they are worthy of even having you within their life. Sometimes the idea of a person can be more intriguing than the reality of them. So I'm getting that maybe you all need to just be a little bit more protective of your energy, protective of your heart because of what you've experienced. And you need to approach things moving forward in a way that's a little bit more cautious, a little bit more thorough, a bit more going over the details, reading the fine print before you go through with this thing, this person, this idea, whatever it is. We also have the Temperance card. And as you can see within this Temperance card, you see these balls on I don't know what you would call this little thing at the bottom, but it's like these balls and they're kind of like stacking on top of each other. And with the Temperance card, it's all about things coming into balance and having patience around that. In traditional tarot, the imagery of the Temperance card is basically an angel. They have a cup and they're like pouring water into a cup. The energy is very just like a still image. There's not much going on, but then there's a lot going on at the same time. And in my experience, whenever I get the Temperance card, it's usually because I need to be patient about something and I need to like just wait for the divine to work some things out before things start to get going, you know? So once again, that energy of like taking a breather, taking a pause is coming in, and it's basically saying like you need to be a little bit more patient when it comes to maybe developing something, whether it be a relationship with someone or an idea that you have. You need to be a bit more patient with it, because some of you may want to see the results of it right now, but because of all that you've gone through and you've experienced this year, it's just there's a lot of scattered energy that's going on. And when your mind is scattered and your energy is all over the place, it's a lot harder for things to manifest for you. It's a lot harder for your spirit team and your ancestors to work in your favor because your energy is all over the place. Your energy isn't being channeled into one thing. So if you're able to pull back a little bit, do some reflecting, taking a breather, relaxing, taking even a deep rest so that that information can kind of like cycle out of you, that energy can cycle out of you so that you can start to feel this renewed energy, or just start to feel like you have more space to take on what you want to take on, or have more space to actually act on things in a more intentional way. Sometimes that's required from us when we want things to manifest. Sometimes we need to take a chill pill and rest so that we can release all of the baggage, all of the things that we've picked up, all of the things that we have held on to for other people. Sometimes we just need to rest so we can finally let all of that go. And then a lot of the times after you've had periods of rest, you see that you have the energy within your body, the energy within your mind. You feel a little bit more motivated to do stuff because you've taken that time of rest. You've taken a time to breathe and just let your mind take a break from all of the everyday things that you have going on, all of the noise, all of the things that create disruption within your life. You've been able to take a break from that, and you've been able to clear some space so that you can intentionally move forward in the direction that you want to go. Okay, and the last card that jumped out is the Ten of Cups, and it's in reverse. Now with the Ten of Cups is all about an accumulation of energy, an accumulation of events, an accumulation of things that have happened to create this big moment, this big energy where it emotionally fulfills you. The Ten of Cups is just a culmination of emotional momentum that you have built. The Ten of Cups is the end and the beginning of something. It is the end of a journey that has been full of so many different things. It could also be the beginning of something new, like you've done this, you've done that, you've done that, you've done that, and now you've reached this point of this journey. Now you've reached this point of this cycle. You've done it all, and now maybe you have space for something new. But if you want to create that space for something new, there's a need for you to be patient. And maybe for you, Gemini, there's a need for you to take a breather because you have to process a heartbreaking situation. You have to process something that caused a lot of grief, that caused you to be down for a very long time. You have to process something that you haven't fully processed. And maybe this year you've just been on go, 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 go. But this thing that you experience, a heartbreak, grief, whatever it is that you're carrying within your heart space, it's still there. And you have not taken a second to actually process it and let those emotions filter through you. And you know, Geminis, y'all are air signs. So y'all are very like cerebral in your mind. Instead of you all being in your mind or using your mind to like navigate this world, there is a need for you to deal with your emotions and deal with how your body is feeling. There's a need for you to sit with your emotions, process your emotions, allow them to cycle through you so you can finally release some things. And taking periods of rest is the perfect time to do that. The Knight of Pentacles is all about patience as well. And so with the Temperance card coming up, this energy is like doubled. Like y'all need to have some extra patience around a situation right now. And I'm also getting like, because you've been like so I'm getting from this Ten of Cards in reverse, I'm getting that emotionally you all are not fulfilled at this time of your life. You're not, there's something that you are not emotionally fulfilled with. And by you taking a pause, by you taking a breather and actually doing some reflection and just going over the things that have happened and going over maybe the fine print of something, you can see why things haven't been emotionally fulfilling for you, or why an opportunity or a person may not be as emotionally fulfilling as the idea of them or that thing could be. That's why there's a need for you to take a pause, because you could be looking at things from a wounded perspective with this Three of Swords card. I'm getting a lot of different messages. This could definitely pertain to different Geminis within the collective, but it's like with these cards, I'm like getting so many different interpretations from it. So of course you all take what resonates, leave the rest. But there's a lot of different interpretations that are coming through right now. But overall, what I'm getting for you guys is that y'all just need to take a break and process some things. Like seriously process some things and get in touch with your emotions in order to do that. Okay, Gemini, that is what I am getting for you from these tarot cards. I want to channel some advice from your spirit team or your ancestors, whoever decides to come through. I want to channel some advice for you all so you all aren't leaving empty-handed. Okay, so we're going to channel some messages from your animal spirit guides. This is the oracle deck that I am using. This is one of my favorite oracle decks. I love it. I love animals and I love the messages within this deck. Okay, so the first card is accept the situation as it is rather than fighting to change it. So this is kind of sounding like a situation that involves another person or maybe multiple people, like I was saying before. Or it could just be you wanted to be further within the year. Maybe you set some goals, some intentions at the beginning of the year, and you thought that by this time of the year those things would have manifested by now, and so now there's just a need for you to accept it, instead of doing all in your power to change it. Because what I'm getting is you're just not in the energy right now because of all that has happened to change it. It's just going to create more confusion or just more scattered energy, or it could just deplete your energy. Yeah, so your spirit team is telling you straight up, y'all need to just accept it. Accept it for what it is. Don't try to change it. It is what it is. The next card that jumped out is Walrus. And it says, remain vigilant about the current situation. Pay attention to the signs and omens and let them dictate your choices. And see, this is when taking a breather, taking a step back to reflect, taking a pause can really help you pick up on any signs that come your way. Because when you're just constantly around noise and just consuming, or just around a lot of mess, a lot of drama, it could be hard to pick up on the signs that could potentially be telling you to go left, and because you're so distracted or there's just a lot of clutter going on, you decide to go right. So you taking a pause, taking a breather will help you pick up on these signs. Your spirit team is going to be coming in to give you some guidance, and you need to be in an energy where you can receive that. And then the last card is Wolverine. You are a lot tougher than you think you are. And what I'm getting from this is, Gemini, y'all gonna make it through it, okay? This isn't going to last forever. The situation that you're going through right now that is either causing you to feel disappointed or just like, ugh, like, why isn't anything happening for me? It's not going to last that long. You just need to take some time out to relax, to chill. Maybe you need to take a little vacation, visit some bodies of water. Ultimately, at the end of the day, you're going to overcome whatever this situation is, and you're going to be okay. I want to read straight out of the booklet for this Manatee card. So for this card, it says, there are times to fight for what you believe in and time to lay down your sword and surrender. Remember how I was saying in this oracle card, how the girl in the image is surrendering? So like she's in that body of water and she's just surrendering. So yeah, y'all need to surrender. If you or your family were in imminent danger, it would be quite natural to defend yourself by fleeing or fighting, whether through actions or words. Extreme situations may even require extreme measures. There are definitely wrongs to make right, and situations where a spiritual warrior in you must take the lead. However, it is not the case here. What will work best for all concerned is for you to surrender and accept things as they are. Yield in order to overcome. Lay down your sword, not in defeat or self-sacrifice, but from a realization that this isn't the fight you want or need to engage in. As the saying goes, choose your battles. This is definitely not one to waste your time and energy on. I'm going to read the Walrus meaning. Signs and omens show up in a myriad of ways, from winds rustle of the trees that make it seem as if they're whispering to you at a barely audible level, to the rainbow that appears just before an event in which you're participating. When you're pondering any kind of questions about your life purpose, relationships, career, or even everyday concerns, such as whether to actually take the vacation you've been planning. I can't make this up. Y'all need to go on vacation, and if you've been stuck in the middle about it, this is your sign that go ahead and take that vacation. Book that flight to Aruba. Book that flight to whatever country that has a really nice body of water. Just book the flight. Just go. Go to Japan. Go to friggin' Tokyo. Live your best kawaii life. Like, just go. Take the vacation. Anyways. You can ask Spirit to give you clear and specific signs. Then watch, listen, feel, and allow the thoughts to flow. While you may not always get absolutely clear responses, more often than not, you'll pick up on signs and clues through your eyes, ears, and sensations in your body, or thoughts that seem to come out of blue. You may even have vivid and remarkably lucid dreams that you can recall easily in the morning. Look for the unusual and repetitious. For example, if you hear someone at the supermarket talking about Phoenix spot on a billboard advertisement with the word Phoenix prominently displayed, and then recall a period of time where you lived in that city, feeling of calmness and joy. When you bring up that memory, these are all clues. It could all be about the city of Phoenix, Arizona, or it could be a subtle way that the spirit guide Phoenix is calling you, offering you his help. When you're ending one cycle with this 10 of Cups cards and beginning the next one, as in a metaphor of the phoenix rising from the ashes. Omens are perceived in the four ways mentioned: through auditory, visual, through sensation, and through cognitive. If you don't get clear signs right away, keep your question and your concern in your consciousness for the next few days. Journal about anything you find significant and look for repetition. When you see an animal or a symbol of that animal showing up repeatedly, it's most likely an indication that your spirit guide is present. Trust the signs and your discernment of them, as they're one significant way that spirit guides guide you along your path. See, y'all? Your spirit guides want you to take a vacation. Your spirit guides need you to tap onto the subtlety so you can pick up on the signs. Or if you're confused, you taking a breather so that you can ask your spirit team to send you some confirmation, send you some synchronicity, send you some answers to your questions. It's gonna help you, okay? Okay, and the last card I'm gonna read is Wolverine. Y'all, I'm having so fun channeling this message for y'all. Like, I feel like I channeled all this information, or at least got the gist of it, with the Moonology tarot card, or with the Moonology oracle card. But this is so fun to just see how repetitive this message is. You have what it takes to deal with this turmoil, one where events have taken a different turn from what you expected. Like I said, y'all may have set some intentions at the beginning of the year, but now you're starting to see that things have not quite went your way. And it's okay. Recall those times where you faced adversity and when you had to dig deep inside yourself to discover the internal resources that will continue onward. As you recall these memories, be aware of how they feel in your body. Anchor those feelings by calling on them to shore up your courage and help you maintain your dignity. By dealing with the situation head on and paying attention to the nuances of shifting energy, your inner wisdom will dictate when to move ahead and when to retreat, helping you sustain your power throughout. By maintaining this stance, you are not only protecting yourself physically and emotionally, but also spiritually. Call upon the warrior inside, the architect aspect of yourself that's charged with defending the internal kingdom, an archetypal king or queen. See, remember what I said when I was like, with this Three of Swords energy, there's a need for y'all to be a little bit more protective of your emotions, protective of your heart, instead of rushing into situations that could trigger that wound. Yeah. This is one of those times where you definitely need to be assertive with others, saying no when necessary, and asking for what you want, and sustaining your physical and emotional boundaries. Pull your shoulders back, lift your head up, look straight ahead, and keep a relaxed vigilance. Do your best not to complain and be a martyr about what you're involved in presently, for it will only drag you down. Alright, Gemini, that has been your channeled message. I hope you enjoyed this message. It seems like some of y'all are going to need to take a well-deserved vacation. Some of y'all just need to take a break from your everyday life right now. or from a person or from a group of people. Maybe it could be family. Some of y'all just need a break, okay? Y'all doing too much, or you got too much going on right now. That's not helping. It's not helping you, baby. It's not helping. If you would like to book a reading with me to get into the nitty-gritty of your situation, the link will be down in the description box below. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for your next channeled message, Gemini. I hope you all are having a fabulous month or year, and good luck on your journey, because y'all gonna need it.